everybody watch HYDB podcast.
Happy Cinco de Mayo.
Yo, yo, yo.
HYDB coming at you, LIVE, over here at Crash Line Studios in San Jose, California, on this beautiful, what is it?
Cinco de Mayo Sunday.
It's
Isn't
on
that kind
a
of cool how Cinco de Mayo lands on a Sunday?
Bruh. Hey, on some real, I was just about to say that shit. On some real, bruh. That is perfect because I was like, is it the middle of the week? No, sir.
No,
it's a holy
Sunday.
day.
It's a beautiful Sunday, fun day with HYDB, host with the most, Young Los, and my main man.
Big Head Benji was happening.
We are back, baby.
We've been gone for a while, but it feels so natural, like riding a bike, really. Getting back
Kind
in
of
this
just like,
little
like you're always going to know how to ride a bike.
Isn't that weird how they say that? But like I was like deathly afraid after I rode the bike after the first like long time wait.
I remember like you know the
I was like,
that
oh
set
shit.
That set off for you. I'm not holding you anymore.
Yeah.
Like in those movies and
The
shit. I think don't let go. And they're like, I'm not even holding.
That's
And
so
then you're just
funny how
fucking doing it.
that's one of those things where you can't riding bikes is fucking way to go. Have you seen the motherfuckers on what's it called, the tricycle?
The one
big
where you
wheel-
sit up like this.
The big wheel?
Yeah,
it's
that
just
one
single
fucking thing. Yeah. No.
So I was on a trail over in Los Gatos, and there's I forgot what trails they were, but there's an incline that's literally like this.
fucking straight ass.
I'm on
right
a-
here climbing a wall.
I'm on a fucking BMX bike, and I die
Fucking
fucking
dude, just-
halfway, and I was like, fuck it. And so I walked that bitch up. I finally get to the top and like fucking collect myself. And I'm hearing like these fucking chatter, and I turn around, and this motherfucker's on a unicycle.
Here's, hello, mate.
And he's just like, he's
Motherfucker.
going straight up, and like, what the
In a
fuck?
full on suit and shit.
It was pretty
top hat.
badass. It was pretty badass, but he looked like a douchebag. I'm
Yeah.
like, come on.
I'd feel like I'd probably like kick him off the fucking bike. Like, bro, you don't gotta do all that.
I know, for
Take
real.
the fucking circus.
It's be like, come on, dude. But I mean, that's the history. We're in the future, present.
And we are back, and we are here, and we're right in front of you and me.
You,
And possibly
you.
another camera at one point, but that will become, you know what I'm saying?
It would be somewhere over there.
But if I was pointing it, I'd be pointing it right now, right there, and you'd be looking at me directly. But right now, I'm gonna point that way, so I'm gonna look at you.
So real quick, since we're back, in case we find any new incomers, please subscribe, please like, share, and do all that good stuff. HYDB podcast. We're up and coming entertainers.
We're not up and coming. We are coming
We're
to your face.
we're
right
coming.
now.
We're coming all over you, and it's
All
gonna be
over you.
it's gonna be great. You're
gonna love it.
You're gonna love it.
You're gonna love every second of it.
But yeah, my name is Big Head Benji. In case you're new, this is what I don't even know. Be honestly, what number is this?
Like 20 something. But I don't know. Who knows?
This is the partner in crime here. We originally started this out just on a whim, because I've always wanted to do like radio or talk show kind of thing where it's like just a neutral area where you can let it out. And I didn't really meet anybody that was really down to just sit back and chill and do this. So Young Los, man, the stars aligned, and this young man came into my life, and we're like, when this come up, it'd be like one of those things where, all right, for sure.
Yeah.
And it's just like we're done. You know,
get to it.
That's it. So we've been doing this now for probably 2 years, going on about to be 2 years. We're gonna be creating some more content for you guys.
We have a lot of great ideas in the works right now.
It's just a matter of production, timing, and money, which is not all on our side. So we're trying to be more organized and starting a fresh slate. So going forward, HYDBs will be presenting a
We're
lot
back,
of
baby. Every motherfucking week.
We're gonna be
see my
coming up with some
motherfucking
cool
face
random
with
shit.
my motherfucking boy right here.
So
And we're gonna be just living lavish. I'm so glad to be back. I'm excited to have to be able to provide you guys with some great content that you guys are gonna love. Well, I hope you love. And me and Big Ben just gonna get to it.
Share, like, and subscribe, and comment. We love to know what the fuck is good, so we
Tell
can
us
work
what you
on
like.
it.
Tell us what you don't like.
Be constructive, though.
Yeah. If you think I'm ugly, I want you to tell me that I'm ugly.
I already know I am.
Oh, okay.
No.
I had a triggering spot.
It was cool because our first episode we just riffed it, and that was the most views.
Mhm.
And then after that, I don't know. It was cool.
But anyways,
We got some fun stuff.
into
What
some deep stuff. We've been quite some time. We've done some stuff. We've seen some stuff.
we've seen some stuff and did some
You
stuff.
know what I mean? So
Fucking life's been crazy. But dude, on the entertainment value, there was a whole hype leading up to. I think one of our last movie reviews was the Avengers: Infinity War,
I believe so.
and from that point, we kind of fell off.
What
but
did we have after that? We had Black Panther.
Black Panther was
Ant-Man.
before?
Black Panther was before.
Yeah.
What did
And
we have? So we had Ant-Man, the one with the wasp. We had.
did we do that?
No.
I recently just watched that.
Yeah, that one just came out on Netflix. I think that's when I watched it.
Yeah, but
we had
all in general, we've tried to encompass as many Marvel Universe films in our reviews. So, the most recent we saw was Endgame.
Yes, we did.
And just a heads up, this will be a completely spoiler.
If you haven't seen
juiced
Endgame, that is your own fault, not mine, not his. You're the one that chose.
Just
to
it
not
is a spoilers for
Yes.
sure. We're gonna be slipping the tongue, but
so probably fast forward like 10 minutes if you don't want to hear what's going to happen right now.
no. But what did you think of the film?
It was hot garbage. No, I'm just
Wow.
kidding. No, I'm just joking.
Okay, so yeah,
But don't get me wrong. Am I going to say it's a perfect film?
No.
Would I say that what I
What-
had to experience for the last 10 years or however long this whole Marvel universe has been going on, for me to be like, okay, well, this is what I'm left with? Absolutely not.
Not for 3 hours. And
No.
if it was for 3 hours, I would have wanted the battle scene at the end to be a full hour long.
Yeah.
Like fucking just
Hands-on,
everything. Just fucking there's some dope ass shit with Thor's hammer that Captain America is worthy,
Yeah.
and he's fucking wielding his shield and the hammer, which was fucking the dopest part of the film.
Pretty fire.
And it's kind of like a well worth it moment. But felt it was very lackluster after that because the people who vaporized just come back,
Yeah.
and then there's no explanation other than that they were just in a void.
Well, it's because, like, remember how he goes back in time and time travels?
Who?
Like, all of them. They all fucking time
Right,
travel.
okay,
and
yeah,
did
yeah,
that shit. But, I don't know. It was cool. Like, I feel like a 3-hour movie, this is what I get. You know what I'm saying?
For the build up and
for
everything.
the hype around it, like, it was not worth it. Don't get me wrong, though.
But it's the highest grossing movie ever now.
I would say, what was the one? Infinity War? That shit killed this one.
I think more on entertainment value because once it hit you right from the beginning when they kill Loki, and then it's just fucking boom.
Yeah, get to
Full
it.
tilt.
Bro got the stones. He's getting to it.
And then the first first half hour of the film, Thanos gets his fucking dome piece sliced off.
Yeah, and you know what? I thought that shit was so cheese. How now after Thanos did all what the fuck he did and killed all these people, he's just on a farm.
And he's just resting, eating breakfast and shit,
yeah, just trying to fucking
living his best life.
yeah, like on some real like on a real life farm, like on some Little House on the Prairie shit. Just fucking like doing his own thing, and all these motherfuckers just roll up on this dude like.
They come up hot too, and they don't give a fuck what he's.
No, not at all.
But then
this
he's
dude's like fucking all fucked up already. Like,
what's what's the robotic daughter?
I don't know her name, but I know who you're talking about.
She had a significant part in this whole film. Really,
Yeah, she did.
She was a very important cog to the machine. But he has a realization with her right before he gets his head cut off, where he's like, just moments before that happened, he says, "Maybe I was too hard on you."
Yeah.
And then I was
I'm
like,
sorry.
"What?"
And then the fucking Thor just comes up and fucking.
He's like, "I aim for the head." And I loved how that was. I heard another reviewer talk about Thor's piece in this was he was in a beer belly the entire film.
The whole entire film.
So it gave it that you didn't need to be some Maxim model to be a superhero. This fool
Yeah.
is a fat.
Well, then again, he can fly and has a hammer that could crush your skull.
But I just love it how at
within
the
an
end,
instant, so
at the end, he's wearing his suit, but it's still like a fat like covering for everything.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny. There's moments where I was like, okay. Remember what I was discussing the part where Iron Man and Cap have their little exchange. He's like, all right, if I do this, I need to come back to my family.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to not die.
Mm-hmm.
And if that works out, then that's great. But ensure to me that will happen. And Cap's like, yeah. And there's like a very dramatic moment. So I'm like, okay, Cap's gonna die because he's gonna sacrifice for Tony and his family.
Mm-hmm.
Because
now Tony has a
a daughter that loves him 3,000.
Bro, dude, that shit was so fucking sad, bro. That shit
But
was
I know.
That shit was like real life sad, bro.
And then, but you know what? The mommy fucking Pepper dog, she comes out with fucking the heat, and she comes out in a suit.
Oh yeah, she got her own suit. She was
got
badass.
she was
I like
badass.
that color. I like
Yeah.
she got like a blue kind of like teal shit going on. I like that.
That was pretty fucking sick. But that part with Iron Man and Cap, where they have that exchange, I have that mental note where it's like, okay, there's there's Captain America's demise.
Mm.
I would have been thrilled with that, considering his love of his life is dead.
Mm.
He has nothing really more to live for, and he's done really with being Captain America.
He's already done his thing.
He's like,
He's just trying to kill Thanos, or
you feel
not
me?
necessarily
Like
kill, but just kind of like
he wanted to
restore-
end that, and restore humanity, and then he would have been good. All the while by saving Tony.
Mhm.
Perfect, but no. Tony has to go into this fucking like I'm Iron Man in his Batman voice,
Yeah.
and then do the thing and sacrifice himself. Whereas and then Cap has the luxury of going back in time and doing all that. I thought that part was
I thought
cheese,
it was
bro.
hilarious though how fucking Captain America just comes back like a fucking 80-year-old dude looking like fucking Clint Eastwood. Just
He's
come-
like, yeah,
yeah.
I had the best life I had.
But you know what was so fucking cheese to me is when he gave his shield to
Really?
Falcon.
Really?
I was like,
I
that's not
thought
how it works.
I've thought about this. So remember we were having this discussion because I'm sure I heard it from somebody. So then I kind of piggyback off of that with Bucky. I thought he was gonna pass it off to him.
Yeah, because in the comic books,
But think about this: when Bucky's character comes in, yes, he was brainwashed, but he was inflicting terrorist activity and like.
but that's because they made him do that.
Correct. That's what I'm saying. It was a mind-altering thing, but his image is still
That's true.
that guy.
Yeah.
So you can't fucking go from a terrorist and then fucking the protector of all mankind.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. Whereas that dude has been by Cap's side from the
But
beginning,
yeah, the whole time.
and he's been, and it's
Cap put him on.
you feel me.
To
So
become like
it-
Falcon and shit.
so
yeah, I
mm,
guess that makes sense. Yeah.
so but like I know where you stand because I think that character's kind of whack, to be honest with you.
yeah, he's pretty cheese. Like the actors, I don't see.
I don't
him,
know
like,
the actor's all right, but
I
I
don't
think
see him being a fucking superhero. To be completely honest with you.
I see him more from him from 8 Mile.
Yeah, exactly. He just. You
I'm
know,
sorry, but
I
that's-
respect it. Like, I mean, I guess it's a cool character. And then I'm just kind of.
Well-
what I'm curious about is what's next.
So that's where we got. I was like I'm very adamant in that the Homecoming or like the Far Away from Home
Mm-hmm.
is a prequel.
Yeah, I like that one. I actually like that one a lot.
But it's a prequel. It's not a
I
continuation.
I think that Spider-Man and Iron Man have a good chemistry.
Yeah.
I like how they
And
and
see,
the characters
but
that play them, like the actors.
what
I
was
really like
what
that.
was that whole thing though? Can you, like
Well, that's how it introduces him to come into Civil War.
right? For this new one,
Spider-Man.
yeah, right. But I'm talking about in the film, the Endgame, their relationship is kind of like I don't know. It's like he when he comes back and he just he hugs them, and
because
I'm like,
I think it's just because like.
but he was
doesn't-
never openly talking about like he's like a son to him kind of a thing,
I think that's what we're gonna find out next in the new Spider-Man movie that's coming out.
It will establish that more.
Because
in Tony.
that
We'll probably see it from Tony's perspective.
that's gonna be the introduction
Of their relationship.
How the Spider-Man and
He probably
Iron Man
sees a lot of
links up.
himself in him, probably. Or
Yeah,
something like that.
exactly. So,
But like,
it's interesting to see how that pans out. With now we know like these motherfuckers are both dead.
but that's
Well,
the
not Spider-Man's dead, but Iron Man is.
But see, that's the thing. I don't like that idea, bro. But like, it's like they're taking away like the Logan thing, because I think Logan
Yeah.
dropped the mic hard.
Logan was a fire movie, bro.
But that's the thing. He killed himself off.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So this was like a forcible killing off type of deal. Well, everyone hinted that Captain America would be the one drifting out. I don't know.
He does too,
I-
but
I-
not like deceased. But he does,
I think it would have been.
Imagine 80-year-old Captain America trying to come and beat your ass.
But see, you know what I do like is the new Guardians movie.
I haven't
Because-
seen that one.
No, the Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Yeah.
That one's coming out.
Uh-huh.
But you haven't seen the second one?
No,
Oh, okay. The second one's pretty lit. That one's on Netflix.
I never saw the second one yet.
You haven't seen any
I've
of
seen
them?
the first one,
Yeah,
but not the second one.
second volume 2 is on Netflix. The volume 3 is coming out.
Uh-huh.
But Thor is part of their group now. Remember, because he rolls out with
Yeah.
them. So it's Star-Lord, Gamora, what's it? Batista,
Oh, Jax. is his name?
Garathi or something like that. And
Dude.
then Groot, Rocket, Thor. That's pretty fucking sick.
I like that. I like that one part was when he's like, "Yeah, this is your ship. I'm not gonna bother you."
Oh, you say, yeah, sure. He's like, I'm the one in charge. Yeah, and
he's like, "Yeah."
yeah. And then he starts fucking doing all this shit.
Yeah,
They're
there are some comical moments in the film, and you got to realize too with Logan and like the whole Avengers series is that they are rated PG-13.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
I would have been happy with it being R. I think it could have been, but I
But it
think it would
just-
have fought off too many kids and
yeah.
the toys. And that's what sucks. I didn't know that back in the day. Like when I would buy action figures and stuff, they would be from our movies. Some of them were available, and they would be like considered like action figures, not collectibles.
Yeah.
Whereas now, if films are, they don't distribute toys for kids, and it's like they just stopped doing that. And I was like, wow, that's
yeah, they
crazy
have
to
like
think
the
about.
Jason and like shit like that.
Those are collectibles.
Yeah,
And so it's like wow, that's fucking, it's just weird how
it's kind of just
marketing works.
Marketing, money, all these little kids want to be Iron Man, Spider-Man.
And so you can't chop off heads and squeeze fucking stuff. Yeah,
exactly.
Even though that would be totally badass. That's what it was like sick to see Spider-Man do the fucking insta kill shit. And he turns on that thing and starts fucking shooting, like murking motherfuckers. Yeah. So that was dope. There's a lot of things, I guess, that it was too fast. That whole fighting sequence, and I'm not gonna.
I waited all this. I waited all these years for this.
But like that's the thing. It's like they didn't explain the characters just coming back, whereas the timing, and it was just weird because we were with our homegirl and she started cracking up because Captain America is like solo bolo, and then he like stands up with his broken shield, and he was about to take on like all of them.
Yeah.
And that was like a total, I wonder what's going to happen. Yeah. Oh, and then Doctor Strange comes up out of nowhere. Whereas we could have used your fucking ass from the fucking get-go. He's not one of the people that disappeared. He was still around.
No, he didn't.
He didn't disappear. Because remember, he was left alive.
He gives him the stone.
He gives him the stone, and then he looks at Tony, and he's like, yo, this is the only way it would work. And then remember, do you watch Doctor Strange?
Yeah, I remember.
So remember the skinny
his like
master
kind of like the fucking whole
and then
when
and then she's
the
like
Grand Wizard.
Yeah, the Grand Wizard, the fucking alchemist. So she remember she realized, he's the chosen one. He gave it to Tony. He must have did it for a reason.
Yeah, he's like,
made for me to give it to you.
Yeah, exactly.
And then it's like. And then that was a fucking whoa,
yeah, because remember because what's his name has that Doctor Strange's ability to like see different outcomes and shit like
so
that.
He was like, out of like a fucking 100 trillion outcomes, this is the only one that we all win. But we have to make the grand sacrifice. And he's like, that's when in the fighting sequence at the end of Endgame, he's like, Tony's like, what the fuck is going on? Well, I thought we were gonna win. He's like, I can't tell you what'll happen, otherwise it won't happen. Because and that'd be funny if he told him, and Tony'd be like, fuck, I ain't doing that shit.
Like, bro, what the fuck?
Fuck you mean?
Back time traveling.
I lightweight cried when Pepper confirmed to him. She's like, we're okay.
Yeah,
you can rest. It's okay, and you can see a genuine look on him where he's like, he was still like ready to go, but then he just relaxed his body and he just stopped and he was gone. And I was like that? They're gonna do me like that? And that's at fucking 2 hours 45 minutes probably, and then there's a 15-minute funeral where they're all there.
There's kind of like. Every single person is there, like literally.
Every single fucking Marvel movie character is in that funeral, which is cool, I guess. But like, I was lightweight bummed out about that. And you know what? I'm probably not that educated with the comics, so I can't invest myself as much as other fans do, who might appreciate that far more than I can, understand.
I feel like when you have an understanding when it comes from the comic books and you see it like represented in a movie, then you probably have more appreciation for it. But as a normal movie connoisseur that enjoys a good story, it was good.
It's a fantastic blockbuster film, something to, for the
something good conversation.
Yeah, for the layman people too, like that, like just the average moviegoer. Like I think I am just generally speaking. I don't put
my opinion on Rotten Tomatoes and stuff like that.
I mean? Like I'm not gonna be like that guy, but like my dad always loved the storylines of Marvel, and he liked
superheroes are always been cool, dude. Like
everyone loves that fantasy aspect of a superhuman, thing interacting with life.
Yeah.
So and it kind of gives a human quality to it. But I think 3 hours is unnecessary. There's a few scenes that kind of could have been chopped a little bit more, and I don't know. Maybe I'm here. I'm not in Hollywood, so maybe that's why, and I should shut the fuck up. But I mean, like you said, the build-up was not 3 hours worth. And if it was going to be 3 hours, give me an hour-long fucking final battle where all of them are challenged by Thanos' last fucking push. Because for some reason, this motherfucker has a double-edged sword thing now. And now he's just fucking shit up without even needing the gauntlet.
Like, I'm not tripping, bro. And he has, like, his whole gang, like, all these fucking demons or whatever.
Yeah, dog. And, like, he was with the shit.
Coming out,
and I'm like, where'd this fool come through? And then it's because he knew everything already, and so he kind of was well prepared, I guess. I don't know, but I would like to see
on a
it
scale
again.
of 1 to 10.
1 to 10. Oh man, I'll give it I'm not gonna go half. I'll give it an 8. You know.
You want to watch it again though, right?
That's what
I
want to
watch it again.
I want to watch it again because we did see it at a Cinemark. And for those who don't know,
and it was probably like the opening week it came out.
Yeah, but our position in the seats, we're we're second row.
From the front.
Right,
where you're fucking breaking.
Yeah, so but it's like we can recline, but it was still with the reclining. It was still like right here. So I feel as though we weren't really fully immersed into a degree. Like for a backdrop, if it would have been like grandiose, then maybe be more something sensory overload wise. Because there were a few parts where I'm literally doing this.
Looking
like full on turning my head back and forth.
Yeah,
and
I got you.
So, maybe we missed some stuff, but I don't know. I enjoyed it. How about you? What would you give it?
I give it about an 8, 7, 7.5. Maybe right in the middle.
That's what I was gonna be, like a 7.9. I was like, I'll give it an 8.
It's cool. Like, if you definitely go and check it out. Like, don't not watch it.
Yeah, because it's exactly what the cinema's for, to go unplug for
live in
a few hours,
alternate universe.
Yeah, and just have fun, have some popcorn and soft drink, and have a hot
get real
relax.
high.
Yeah,
before
and then talk about it after. It's always good to talk about it when it's fresh because then you have different opinions, and then you'll probably see something or hear something that someone.
It's so funny watching it with Ben, dude. This dude's so fucking loud at the movie theater. Dude.
I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck.
This guy does not fucking care, dude.
Because when this shit blows my mind, I'm like, it's a genuine emotion. I'm like, oh my fucking god!
And I'm like, bro, shut the fuck up. People are looking at us like,
I don't give a fuck, yo.
Yeah.
I was focused on that because I love the cinema like that. It's one of those things where the film, like again, I was trying to be
fully invested.
Yes, because 3 hours. You have to be. You have to plug in and lock in. No. And there are some sequences where I was like, when I'm fucking punching you and shit, because I was like, dog, like the beginning. I was like, where are we gonna go from here? We have 3 hours left.
Yeah, he's okay. Well, Thanos is fucking dead now.
What are we gonna do now?
What's gonna fucking happen now?
But I love it how it was like they cut off his head and then it goes black, and I'm like, yo,
5 years later or something like that.
Yeah,
right?
It was exactly.
It's like 5 years later.
Captain America's a fucking self-help guy, which I thought it made sense.
Yeah, he's at the. Hey, you know what? They actually got a lot of like the LGBTQT or whatever it's called. That shout out to my people out there. I don't know if you noticed it, but when he was in that little like group with those people, one of the gentlemen he's talking about his relationship with another man in the movie, and then everyone was like,
they made a big deal about that.
Not necessarily not in a bad way, like in a good way, like shout out to Marvel for like
Well, and that was a cool thing too. Is like it's very diverse, but there was some scenes. If we're gonna talk about that, I'd like to get more comfortable.
Wow, he had to take the mic off and everything.
It was one of those things like, yo, I appreciate it all, the acceptance of it. It's like I don't like being force fed all that. It's not like
you gotta think.
I'm already woke. You know what I'm saying? I'm woke.
But there's few individuals out there that are not.
So like there's a sequence in the battle scene where for some reason for some reason I'm not upset.
No disrespect.
I'm not upset. I'm just kind of like this force feeding down my throat shit. It's kind of not needed.
It's obvious that they put that in there for a reason, or they said
it's extremely obvious. And then again, I'm not upset at it. I don't. But was it needed?
You're putting
Probably
it
not.
down my throat.
And it was kind of like, okay, there's a very feminist aspect that comes into play where literally every single main female character gathers in the middle of the battlefield. No other man is in frame, which is fine. But
remember, we are not judging.
Not judging.
Disrespecting.
I was just like, damn, that's a little too thick. You know what I'm saying? There's too much peanut butter and not enough jam.
Okay.
Like, I'm like,
He said, let me get a glass of milk.
Let me get some, like, you feel me? and they all have, like, a stand back, boys. Let the women take over. And, of course, Captain Marvel's there with her.
Captain Marvel's a badass, by the way.
Super badass in the film, but she's got her super dyke haircut on. And I was like,
fucking her and fucking Hawkeye have the same dyke haircut.
Hell no.
Dude, you see this fucking guy?
Okay, yeah, Hawkeye. I thought you were saying Black Widow. My bad.
No.
But yeah, he's got but it doesn't start like that. She has a bowl cut at first, which kind of fits, I guess. Then she comes back with fucking, the whole, half shot, the shave.
Fucking dyed hair.
I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it, but still.
You gotta. If you
was it needed? Maybe because I'm just saying, if you want a feminist, rich, like over, like a very powerful woman to look at, Wonder Woman's a great film. But I mean,
I've never really got into that.
It took fucking 3 hours for that moment to happen, which I was like, that's why I was like,
Wonder Woman to finally.
You could have had that kind of happen, and it happened very discreetly in Infinity War.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when the crazy witch-looking chick that was also like one of those ghoul characters of Thanos' like henchman, she fights Black Widow and then Black Panther's bodyguards. Mm-hmm. Remember in the trench, and they have their solo bolo scene, and that was perfect. But like this moment where they all like stand together and pose, and then. And it's just Captain Marvel.
Picture perfect type of fucking wallpaper.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly. That was the type of shit.
Put it on a fucking like postcard or something.
That was the type of shit that was like, come on.
This is gonna be on binders and fucking notebooks,
stickers, dog. Yeah, but fucking wallpapers, like you said. Yeah. But okay, aside from that, I was totally, I was just like, come on, be real.
So after all these years, well, I would say it's probably been like 10, maybe.
I think 11.
11 years. On a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate all of it, and what would be your
the whole franchise,
like the whole
universe,
the whole like sequence of everything that's led up to this point, all the movies on a scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate it as a whole, and which one would have been your favorite out of all of them?
That's such a hard question.
I know.
I would he says I know.
That's why I asked it.
I would say
we're doing groundbreaking questions over here. HYDB.
I'll give it for the whole thing an 85% out of 100.
Okay.
Collectively, an 85%. Mm-hmm. My favorite is torn between Civil War and Black Panther, to be honest with you. Because Civil War, I think, was one of the greatest dramatic sequences where you have two of the head honchos of the team
going
at it. And on some, like, there's a dope-ass fighting sequence when Iron Man takes on both the Winter Soldier and Cap, and Cap. And he takes them on to a degree. But that drama and turmoil involved with that, and then the introduction of Spider-Man and the encapsulation of, like, things to come was exciting. Yeah. And that was kind of a wet your beak moment. And then for Black Panther, I just loved the story and how it made it much more different than any superhero movie I've ever seen.
And it was in our... back home,
and that's
right in Oakland.
That's what I'm saying, and that took place in the Bay, and they showed, and that's why I love the director Ryan Coogler and how he makes certain films that are very personal, and you can tell that there's an inner story within the story, and it's a strong narrative all around. But the Michael B. Jordan character, I think it was the most human supervillain ever, and Killmonger fuck shit up, and yeah, it would be split between those two for sure. And then my least favorite is the Age of Ultron.
That was the first Avengers.
No,
that was the third one.
I think that was the third one.
Yeah, that was in New York and.
No, they were in like fucking Prussia or something. Because remember, that's where in the what's her name?
This was when we first get introduced to Thanos, right?
Thanos is introduced. I thought Thanos was introduced in Guardians. I think.
I don't know.
But it was one of the other. But no. Who's the?
Fuck you, Thanos.
Who's the Red Witch? Or whatever the Olsen girl who turns all red and
fucking Scarlet isn't her name?
Scarlet Witch or something.
Yeah.
That was that her introduction. Remember her brother who like super fast or whatever.
And he dies.
He dies. Yeah. So that was my least favorite one because I just felt the story was kind of
I remember talking about.
And it was one of those things where Iron Man created the monster and all that. So yeah, it's one of those things where also it's like it was kind of lackluster in its whole.
What year did that movie come out? Holy shit.
12.
God damn.
I'm pretty sure.
2012?
Yeah.
Fuck.
We're in 2019. That
when was the first Avengers?
Well, the first I think film was Iron Man.
That was the first. That's like set it off.
That was it. But then Captain America, the first Avenger. That was the idea of assembling a team.
That was like their own separate things though. That was their backstories, or kind of like introducing them.
Yeah, it was introducing the characters, but Cap is the head of the Snake in terms of the whole team. And so remember, he creates his own little Avenger squad that they go after the red face guy. But I just love the whole sequence. I think everything's good. the stories are, I think they I wonder how that worked for them to interlock all stories together like that. Fucking crazy shit.
Whole bunch of fucking, probably a lot of stress.
Dude. Over a period of 11 years, and they, fucking 24 movies?
That's pretty good.
You know what I'm saying? So
when you think about it, like, when you're waiting, like, okay, I watched the movie, fucking, I gotta wait next year.
All the directors work together.
Yeah.
Even up to this point. And there's it was cool. I appreciated it, but the fucking thing, if it's 3 hours long, give me an hour-long sequence of fighting and then introduce those characters earlier or establish that they're there and that they can't get there. So we know that they're there, but then that anxiety of when are they going to show up? Yeah. Not just like, oh, this is perfect timing. Let's throw them in now and give them fucking 10 minutes to fight. And I'm like, dude, get the fuck out of here. I don't know.
Well, that was HYDB's review of Avengers Endgame.
Yep.
We got a lot more movies coming out this year. Definitely excited to see. Hopefully you guys will be along the ride with us to talk some shit about them or talk, very greatly of them.
I'm still fucking thinking about it.
Look at him.
It's all right. You know what I'm exciting though? The Irishman, the film from Martin Scorsese, Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, Joe Pesci, and that's coming out I think next month.
What's that?
It's just another mob movie that by Martin Scorsese. So he did Goodfellas, Casino, all the good, classic American gangster flicks. So that one's coming out. I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be a Netflix one. Netflix is killing the game.
It's a Netflix movie?
Yep.
Huh.
So it's going to be in selected theaters for a small period of time, and then it comes out directly on Netflix, which is fucking dope. And then the Pikachu flick looks a little bit cheesy.
Fucking cheese.
I'm not a Pokemon fan, so
I love Pokemon. Don't get me wrong. I played Pokemon when I was younger. I will still watch Pokemon to this day. But when live action movies, I fucking hate. I hate movies when they turn it into it was already animated, they turn it into a fucking regular movie. Or if it's a regular movie, they turn it animated.
We're gonna save that for another discussion because I don't understand.
I'll start going on for.
I know,
a whole fucking time.
That's the thing. Then there was another like dramatic flick that we saw in the trailers that was like, whoa, but we're gonna do another talk about The Mule because that's out and I'm gonna end up getting that. We
watched The Mule. Yeah, that one was good.
Yeah, but there's some interesting flicks coming out. But you know what?
There's that fucking Sonic one. Do you see that?
Did you know that the people got so pissed about what he looked like that they're redesigning the Sonic?
Really?
People were fucking pissed. They were like, "What the fuck is that?" Collectively, dude, it's so funny.
You're telling me that their opinion was voiced so hard that
their displeasure.
The animators of this movie were like, "All right, bro, we're gonna drop back 10." Yeah.
We heard you loud and clear, and we're gonna do the best we can to ensure that
the most authentic.
But like I thought it was. I don't think it's gonna work. I think it's gonna be a total flop because you can't.
It's just gonna be a fucking flop.
If what bums me out about those flicks.
And the thing I'm sad about too is that Jim Carrey's in it, and he's just gonna. You shouldn't have took that role, bro.
It looks too forced.
It does. It looks like there was a lot of money.
But you know what? I hope to be humbled because I love Sonic as a kid, and the video games are always fun.
It's cool, and
I like how they're finally putting certain things to live action that
What I think they do need to make is a fucking Halo or a Gears of War movie.
Gears of War for sure.
And I'm talking in like.
Are you saying live action or are you like saying real like some like how they made Doom with The Rock?
I don't think I saw Doom. And I'm just like real people.
They have a
playing
sequence
Marcus Phoenix and fucking Dom on some real like gangster shit, but like. And I'm talking about like as authentic as the game is. I don't want it to be an animated.
I want it to be dark and grisly as that shit. I want these fools to be fucking gorillas. I want the locusts
to just be fucking like boom.
That they need to do that. They need to do that, dog. That's such a dope concept.
Yeah.
And it is such a great franchise too. But the stories are in depth.
It is, dude. That's just
the whole thing with Dom.
Yeah, him and then my boy Carmine. He
just Kenny, bruh. Oh my God, you killed Carmine.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Fucking all his 3 brothers.
All of them are dead.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking terrible, bro.
But no, man, let's do it. Let's make that.
We're gonna fucking make it. Gears of War.
Fucking
directed by Crash Landing Studios. Crash Landing Studios.
Oh yeah, so we got some shorts coming up.
We have some phenomenal shorts.
We got some cool stuff coming up, but we'll be constructing a passion project where it was influenced by an article of clothing you possess, the Klux Busters. Where we started writing the script for it, but we're gonna get back into that just because I think it's still fresh. I think that concept is still fresh. So, if you guys haven't seen already, there's already been another short that's been made, I think by the company itself.
Yeah.
And you guys should go check it out. What's the
Wicked Thoughts.
Wicked
Thoughts is the brand. So go check them out. They have some really dope clothes and shit.
It's pretty crazy stuff.
I like the movement that they stand for.
Yeah. And yeah, so we're gonna be doing something like that. Our cooking show's gonna be coming back.
Yes. Whole lot of cake.
Yeah.
We
keep talking about it, and we just fell off completely.
We have like done a few of them.
We have some.
I think the cheddar chicken bacon waffle taco was phenomenal. I think that shit was great.
And we haven't. Well, yeah. So I'm gonna look at the footage and try to do the best I can and reconstruct that, and then see if I can push something out just from that one alone.
Because soft.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because it was so much fun to do, and then to reap the benefits from your cooking labor, it tastes great. It's so good. It would be like
to take an hour and a half to finish to make something you're gonna eat in 5 minutes it's great. It's phenomenal.
But yeah, this has been the comeback episode of HYDB.
Make sure you follow us on Instagram. Make sure you subscribe, like, comment, all that good shit, and check out our Twitch. We've been going crazy on Twitch.
Oh yeah, my boy Officer Nasty. What you guys like? What you add him? You
gotta follow, subscribe, all of it. Like, it's all the same shit.
Come watch us stream. I'm usually in the parties, and we fuck around.
We just talking a bunch of dumb shit,
and we
just playing some good games.
We seriously just play and do dumb shit and laugh and have a good time. And yeah. So on Twitter, Officer Nasty. How'd you spell it?
It's OFFICERNXSTY. So Officer, the A in Nasty is replaced with an X. Kind of simple.
And it's a pink emblem, and then you can't miss it.
Can't miss it.
Officer Nasty's the nasty man.
It's beautiful. Man. You know what I'm saying? So come get detained with your boy. Me and my boy Big Benji get into it. And yeah.
That's it, bro.
That's been HYDB. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
I want you to think about this as a closing way out. How's your day been?
Every day, just ask a new person.
How's your day been? And it's okay. There's no read back. You don't need to carry on a stream of conscious like a conversation. You'd be like, all right, for sure. Good.
Well, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day.
Boom.